Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. New Demonbane weapons might be coming to OldSchool RuneScape. Today, I'm going through the proposed rewards for the return of one of RuneScape's biggest quests, while Guthix sleeps. Strap in, because some of these look insane and are definitely going to bring some new angles to PvP and some huge changes to PVM. Now, there's two types of old school RuneScape players. Those that enjoy quest lines and know all the little bits of lore that make up the narrative of the game. You know, you could probably ask them what Guthix's favorite snack is and they would probably know. And then you've got the spacebar enjoyers, skipping through every possible bit of dialogue they can. They don't have a clue what's going on. But the one thing that brings these two polar opposites together are quest rewards. These rewards will come from Tormented Demons, the new creature that will be available after completion of the quest. Now, Jagex were originally unsure whether to move the existing Dragon Claws drop from the Chambers of Xeric over to these Tormented Demons, because that's where they came from on release. But ultimately, they've decided to give Tormented Demons their own set of rewards. And the first reward that I really want to talk about are the Burning Claws. It will require 65 attack to wield, and when we compare this to the Dragon Claws, the Burning Claws have a much higher stab bonus, a very similar slash bonus, but with absolutely no defensive stats. It does also majorly lack strength bonus at only 32 compared to the 56 of the Dragon Claws. And to put that into perspective, 32 strength bonus is the same as a Pharaoh Scepter. But this isn't a big deal because it's a special attack weapon. Its special attack will hit 3 times, each with an increasing accuracy roll, and also has a chance to inflict burn. Yes, some new burn weapons. Our first one was introduced with Varlamore. The Eclipse Atlatl was a drop you could get from the Perilous Moons dungeon. This burn will deal 10 damage over 24 seconds and can stack up to 5 times. So with the special attack, which can apply burn on each individual hit, you know, if you're lucky, that's going to really ramp up some damage over time. And what's more that I've just seen has been confirmed is that this will also stack with the Eclipse Atlatl burn. So I can just see the PKers out there sitting in the corner, smiling, rubbing their hands, because I think this is going to make for some really spicy application in PvP, but it also will just be really good DPS in PVM. Jagex were quite clear that this new weapon is meant to bridge that huge gap in special attack weapons between the DDS or the Dragon Dagger and the Dragon Claws. This reward is really exciting, and I'm glad Jagex didn't decide to move the Dragon Claws away. That would feel a little bit strange. And instead, this looks like a really creative way to introduce a different special attack weapon that doesn't overshadow the Dragon Claws. Let's move on to number 2, Demonbane weapons. Let's talk about them. Currently in-game, there are only 3 sources of Demonbane damage: the Silverlight / Darklight / Arclight. I'm bunching them all into one. There's also Demonbane spells on the Arceus spellbook, and random fact of the day. Did you know you can actually make and stock up on the Holy Water from Legends Quest and use it as a Demonbane weapon everywhere around the game? Like, your character just wields this vial and you can chuck it at demons. I don't know why, that just seems really goofy to me, but it exists. Anyway, while Guthix Sleeps is reimagining the combat triangle of Demonbane weapons. From the new Tormented Demon creature unlocked after this quest, we'll get a new drop called Tormented Synapse. This is a resource that can be smithed, crafted, or fletched into one of 3 weapons. First up, for melee, we have the Firelight. This is an upgrade from the Arclight, and Jagex say this weapon doesn't need charges, which is, you know, first of all, a win, but does require a fully charged Arclight to upgrade. That means needing to use 30 Ancient Shards to max out your Arclight charges, which, don't get me wrong, isn't a huge barrier for most players, but that is going to mean a lot of people are going to have to go out of their way to farm those. Now, the Firelight is going to have better all-round stats from the Arclight. It's definitely going to pack a punch. Even more so with the improvement to the special attack, which now reduces the target's strength attack, and defense by 15% if it's a demon. That's 5% better than the arc-like special attack. And I think that will definitely feel noticeable against some of the demonic boss creatures. I'm talking Cerberus, Krill, Abyssal Sire, and although Duke is classed as a demonic creature,
it has a unique 30% resistance to Demonbane. So the Firelight and the other two weapons I'm going to go over have reduced effectiveness against the Duke.
Moving on, the second weapon in this Demonbane lineup is the Scorching Bow. From the stats and description alone, I'm hoping this is going to be a chunky boy. It is a composite bow, so it's a little bit slower than a short bow, attacking at a 5 tick speed or 4 on rapid, but it does make up for it with some good range and an honestly huge 124 ranged attack bonus. That's like nearly Bofa levels, which is intentional. This is meant to be like the Bofa, but from Wish. I say that because it does have just a measly 40 range strength. Of course, it is a Demonbane weapon though, so the Demonbane passive effect is going to more than make up for that lack of range strength, with a 30% increase to accuracy and damage against demonic creatures. And this will use traditional ammunition, so stock up on your dragon arrows because they will be really good with this bow. Me personally, I'm most excited for this weapon's special attack. For only 25% special attack energy, this bow will bind or freeze the target in place for 5 ticks, which is nothing by the way, unless it's a demonic creature, in which case it will freeze the target for 20 ticks or 12 seconds. The special attack will also inflict burn to the target for the duration of the binding effect. Honestly, that sounds incredible, and I can see some people having some real fun with this at Krill in the God Wars dungeon. Maybe opt in for like a more hit and run style like you do at Zilliana now would be totally viable there. I'm kind of glad that it only freezes for 5 ticks against non-demonic creatures. That will keep it out of the PvP space. Let me know if you can think of a place that this would be good outside of God Wars. And again, another burn weapon. We love to see it. Last up, we have the new magic weapon, the Ignited Staff. Strangely enough though, given that this one also has a sort of like burn type name, this is the only weapon that doesn't have a burning effect. This staff is unique, and it reminds me a little bit of the Staff of the Dead because it has some really insane melee stats, like huge crush and melee strength bonuses. I'll come back to that in a minute because it also has an absurd amount of magic attack bonus. To put this into perspective, this is more magic attack bonus than the Tumakan's Shadow. And while I can't see it being confirmed anywhere on the blog post, maybe it's been confirmed in a Q&A somewhere, this looks like it's got to be a two-handed staff. It also comes with a 10% magic damage boost, which is a nice touch, and all of this goes perfectly with its niche ability to auto-cast offensive spells from the Arceus spellbook. Finally, I almost made a video recently about how the Arceus spellbook is just basically dead. It doesn't really feel like the offensive spells on there get much love. But this is all going to change because the special effect of this staff will double the effect of Demonbane bonuses from these spells.
One thing that's really interesting here is how it interacts with the Mark of Darkness, because this is a buff you can cast on yourself to give your Demonbane spells an additional 25% damage and 20% accuracy bonus. Now, I'm not going to sit here and do the maths on it because I'll probably get it wrong, but if that is being doubled on top of the already increased effectiveness of Demonbane spells, then that seems pretty crazy to me. And that's all before we even get into the special attack.
For 25% energy, you'll cast your highest level Demonbane spell, and if it kills the target, not only will it refund 25 special attack energy, but it will also reduce the attack delay on your next attack by 3 ticks. Now, seeing as this weapon attacks every 5 ticks or 3 seconds, that means scoring a kill with this special attack will make your next attack happen in just 1.2 seconds, or 2 ticks. That's pretty wild, and there's a lot to unpack with this weapon. I kind of get the feeling that this one is meant to sit in the Slayer space of Demonbane weapons, like maybe less so for bossing and more so for just shredding through like high numbers of like a Greater Demon task if you don't want to do God Wars Dungeon, or a Black Demon task if you can't do Skatizo. And given that it's got decent melee stats, you may be able to use this at Demonic Gorillas with some really good effectiveness as well. Overall though, I feel like these rewards are sitting in a really good space currently. Not pushing out any of the top contenders, not overshadowing trying any of the best special attack weapons in the game, just sitting in that nice Demonbane niche, which I think has been lacking options outside of the Arclight for a really long time. At the time of recording and posting this video, Jagex do have a survey up within the blog post so that you can give them your opinions. I've linked that in the description, but listen, Jagex aside, don't forget to comment to get your daily RNG boost. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd massively appreciate it, and I'll keep you guys updated with how this reward space develops. But until next time, guys, I'll see you soon.